But you don't have to be compassionate and charitable to be a moral person. All you have to do is intend to act in a way that minimizes the total amount of harm in the world. And justice, you know, I don't want to go into prison and spank these guys. I just want these guys and girls to be prohibited from causing further harm in the world. That's what morality is, minimizing harm.
A minute.
I'd like to take my minute to clarify something here, and that is, I've been making 2 points that are, I think, taken wrongly by Dan, mistakenly, to be contradictory, but they don't contradict each other at all. On the one hand, the subject of our debate is, can we be good without God? Not, can we be good without Christianity? Not, can we be good without the Old Testament? Not, can we be good without the 4 Gospels? Can we be good without God? So the argument I'm making here is that there needs to be a transcendental or theistic foundation for morality. That's the first point. The second point, which is being confused with it, is I was talking about some very specific legacies of Christianity in the world. Every religion has had a cultural impact. Hinduism had a cultural impact. In our culture, we have certain things we got from Christianity. For example, the belief in the underdog. In Hinduism, there's a belief in the underdog. He's called the untouchable, and you're supposed to leave him alone, shy away from him. But we have this idea, we even go to a football game, we cheer for the underdog. Why? The Greeks and Romans didn't cheer for the underdog, but Christ was an underdog. The underdog on the cross, he introduced a new value into Western civilization. So there's no contradiction. I'm just talking about 2 complementary things.
The next question is for you. How do you explain Christianity being the beginning of morality when the Old Testament is filled with God's commands to incinerate sinners, etc.?
The question is a little bit of a non sequitur. How can you hold Christianity to be the foundation of morality? And then it goes on to slam the Old Testament, which was obviously before Christianity. I mean, a capital strike against the rabbis, but no strike against Christianity at all, because the effect of Christianity was to transform, you might say, the morality of the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, it's the idea that sort of the Jews are the chosen people of God. God speaks to his chosen people and to no one else. The enemies of the chosen people are the enemies of God, and so on. Well, in Christianity, this idea is not rejected, it's universalized, and suddenly the idea becomes that no, the Christian message is carried to Jew and Gentile alike. There's a universality of human brotherhood, and by the way, we should look at the practical consequences of this. You know, you talked about the conquistadores, but really when the missionaries came to India, my part of the world, a lot of times they didn't have to use force because the Hindus rushed into the arms of the missionaries, and for a very simple reason. Imagine if you were on one of the lower rungs of the caste system. You're a Dalit, or you're an untouchable, or you're a Shudra. The truth of it is you're stuck. You can't get out. No amount of merit. Your children are doomed. They are locked into the bottom rung of the caste system. So even though the missionaries may have been harsh, even though they may not have practiced what they preached, the very fact that they said, we all worship alike, we are united in a bond of moral brotherhood, it caused a lot of Hindus to flee